Hello students, the next configuration which we will try to understand is common emitter configuration. Common emitter configuration. Having understood common base configuration, now you can relate which terminal will be common for input and output. In common base configuration, base was common for input and output. Input applied between emitter and base, output was taken between collector and base. And in case of common emitter configuration, emitter will be common for input and output. So input will be applied between base and emitter, and output will be taken between collector and emitter. Okay, so let us try to understand this thing. See, first you draw a NPN transistor, simple NPN transistor. Here the position of the transistor I have changed because we have to keep emitter common for input and output. Okay, so this is base and this is collector. Okay, so now सबसे पहले क्या कंडीशन रहेगा कि हमको मालूम है कि emitter base junction should be forward bias and collector base junction should be reverse bias, right? Emitter base junction should be forward bias. Now first of all you have to see which type of transistors we are using. We are using NPN transistor. That means this is N, this is P, and this is N, because the arrow mark is outward. So now emitter base junctions has to be forward bias. So N should be connected to negative and P should be connected to positive. This is the forward bias condition, right? This is the forward bias potential, and as we are applying this potential to the base, we say it is VBB. Okay, similarly collector base junction should be reverse bias, but now we are taking the output to be between collector and emitter. So when you connect a polarity over here, you make sure that collector should be reverse bias. Okay, only that thing has to be checked. Collector has to be reverse bias. Collector region is N region, and to reverse bias N region should be connected to positive. So the polarity will be like this: positive, negative, positive, negative, minus, plus. And this potential we are applying to the collector region is called as VCC. So that is how we have to understand the diagram, because for common emitter configuration, now what happens is emitter is common for input and output. So now what I will do is I will apply input over here. This is Vi, and output will be here. So there will be a collector resistance RC through which collector current IC is flowing, and we will be taking output between collector and emitter, which we will be calling as VCB. Okay, so as soon as the name or the configuration is asked, you should be able to apply logic that to how the circuit has to be designed. That is what I've done. When I say common emitter I have kept common for input and output. Basic circuit mein emitter base junction should be forward bias, collector base junction should be reverse bias, but in case this is a collector emitter region, so you make sure that the collector is reverse bias, collector region is reverse bias, so N is connected to positive. First these two polarities has to be applied, then you apply input, then the output load resistance has to be applied. Okay, and once you have designed the circuit, it becomes very easy for you to understand the operation. We have to understand the operation of the circuit on the basis of the two input half cycles, the positive half cycle and the negative half cycle. But to understand the working, first we have to find out the output voltage equation. Okay, so to calculate output voltage equation, what we will do is output voltage equation. For that, what we will do is at the output stage, okay, at the output stage we will apply Kirchhoff's voltage law, exactly similar to what we have done in common base configuration. Okay, so we will apply Kirchhoff's voltage law. What is Kirchhoff's voltage law? the algebraic sum of all the voltage around any closed loop starting from 1.1 potential going back to the same point, same potential must be equal to 0. So what we will do is, first you apply the sign convention. This is minus, this is plus, current will flow plus to minus, so this will be plus, this will be minus. Here it will flow like this, plus to minus, and then we have to apply Kirchhoff's voltage law. Okay, so let us start with this point, positive potential, and go back to the same point. So when you go like this, what you can see is positive to, we are going here from positive to negative. So what is the voltage drop here? Voltage is current multiplied by resistance, so it will be IC into RC. When you are moving like this, again the voltage drop here is voltage between collector and emitter junction, which is VC, and as we are moving from positive to negative, we take the value as positive VCE. And when you go back from the when you go back to the same point, what you're doing is you're going from minus to plus at this point. And what is the potential here? Minus VCC. As you're going from minus to plus, this potential will be taken as negative, and the algebraic sum of all the voltage must be equal to 0. So this is the output equation which we have got by applying Kirchhoff's voltage law to the collector circuit. Now VCC, can I write the same equation as VCC is equal to VCE plus IC into RC, or can I write the same equation as VCE is equal to VCC minus IC into RC, right? One and the same thing. So this is the equation for the output voltage. Now we have to understand the working of common emitter configuration for two half cycles, during positive and during negative. Okay, so first, during positive half cycle, see what happens during positive half cycle. This is positive, right? This is positive, and base is connected to positive potential. So these two positive potential will add to each other, and once they add, when they add each other, the base emitter junction VEB will increase. And for a normal NPN transistor, this is the operation. We have seen that VEB is the forward bias voltage, VCB is the reverse bias voltage. When forward bias voltage increases, IE increases, IC increases, because IE is almost equals to IC, and this is called as forward bias voltage. Similarly, if forward bias voltage VBE decreases, forward current IE decreases. As IE is equal to IC, IC also decreases. So this operation has to be remembered always, so that we can understand this operation. So now what happening is, during the positive half cycle, this is plus, both will add up each other. That means the forward bias voltage will increase. And what happens when forward bias voltage increases? IE increases. During positive half cycle, forward bias voltage VBE increases. Forward bias voltage VBE increases. Therefore forward current IE increases, and as IE is equal to IC, IC also increases. Okay, and now in this equation, what happens when IC increases? See, in this equation, VCC and RC is constant. If IC increases, the difference between these two will decrease, of course, because this value is increasing. So the difference between these two will decrease. That means VC will decrease. So if you draw a waveform, say this is V in and this is V out, or you can say the output voltage VO. Okay, so during the positive half cycle, what happens is, during the positive half cycle, forward bias voltage VEB increases. As forward bias voltage increases, IE increases. I is equal to IC, IC also increases, and in this equation if IC increases, VCE decreases. So the output which you are taking, the output will be like this during the positive half cycle. Okay, so as IC also increases, therefore VCE decreases. So this is the operation of common emitter configuration during positive half cycle. Second, during negative half cycle, let us see what happens during negative half cycle. During negative half cycle, what will happen? This will be minus and this is plus. This will cancel each other. Forward bias voltage will decrease. And what happens if the forward bias voltage decreases? Forward current IE decreases. As IE is equal to IC, IC also decreases. And in this equation, if IC decreases, the difference between these two will increase. That means VCE will increase. So that is what we have to write. During negative half cycle, forward bias voltage decreases. Therefore, thus forward current IE decreases. As IE is equal to IC, IC also decreases, and decrease in IC will increase VCE. Therefore VCE increases. So during the negative half cycle of input AC, the output will increase. So what you can see is, in case of common emitter configuration, there is a phase shift of 180 degree between input and output. Okay, so this is the basic operation of common emitter configuration. If you remember, I explained you current amplification factor. In case of common base configuration, it was alpha, and how it is specified, it is always output current divided by input current, right? It is an amplification factor. So here the current amplification factor is denoted by beta. Okay, in case of common emitter configuration, the current amplification factor is denoted by beta. And what will be current amplification factor? Of course, it will be output current divided by input current. In this case, emitter is common, so leave that current, emitter current. You don't have to specify. What is the output current? That is collector current. What is the input current? Of course, it will flow through base, so it will be base current. So output current is IC and input current is IB, right? So we said beta DC is equal to IC upon IE, and if AC is applied, beta AC is change in collector current to change in base current, delta IC upon delta IB. Okay, now what you can see is, in this equation, out of 100% total emitter current, only 2% goes as base, remaining 98% goes as collector current. So collector current will be very, very high as compared to base current. So what will be this value? Beta DC IC upon IB, this value will be very high. So current amplification factor in case of common emitter configuration will be very high. And if you recall and relate with common base configuration, the equation for alpha was IC upon IE, and with this equation we always know that IE is little bit more than IC. So in this equation, alpha is less than 1, so it cannot be used as a current amplifier. If you remember, I told you in common base configuration, as alpha is less than 1, it cannot be used for current amplification. It only be used for voltage amplification. But in common emitter configuration, beta is IC upon IB, and this value will be very large. Therefore, we can say that common emitter configuration can be used for current as well as voltage amplification. Okay, so this is the operation of common emitter configuration. I hope you have understood. The next configuration which we will try to understand, the last one in the transistor configuration, is common collector configuration. Okay, of course we have done with common base, we are done with common emitter, and now the last one is common collector. So of course, as the name implies, collector will be common for both input as well as output. So see the circuit diagram which has to be drawn. The circuit diagram will almost look similar to what we have drawn for common emitter configuration here, but collector is common for both input and output. So emitter we have taken upward, so this is emitter. So input will be applied between base and collector, output will be taken between emitter and collector. Okay, so first thing first, you have to apply the polarity, right? Polarity, that means external potential. What has to be done? The condition is, whenever a transistor is connected in the circuit, emitter base junction should be forward bias, collector base junction should be reverse bias. So this is what is junction, this is base and this is collector. So this is reverse bias, and reverse bias, this is N, this is P, and this is an NPN transistor, because the arrow mark will be outward. In all this transistor configuration, we have kept NPN transistor as common, so that it becomes very easy for you to understand. Okay, so this is an NPN transistor, so this base collector junction has to be reversed bias. Okay, reversed bias means P connected to negative, N connected to positive, and this potential is applied to the base. We call it as VBB. And then now what next? Emitter and collector junction. So emitter junction should always be forward bias with respect to base. So here when you connect a polarity, you just keep in mind emitter terminal, that is N region, has to be forward bias. To N region to be forward bias, the potential will be like this. N region to be forward bias, this potential will be this is negative, positive, plus, minus, and this potential is VEE. Okay, here the input will be applied between base and collector. This is VI, and this output will be taken across emitter resistance. I will tell you why. Because all the output will be dropped across this emitter resistance. See, what happened is, in the previous case, that is common emitter configuration, collector was reversed bias with respect to the emitter, because their emitter was common. So emitter was here, collector was here, and collector was reversed bias. So the reverse bias, when you reverse bias a particular junction, the junction resistance is high. So of course the voltage, the output voltage which will be dropped across the high resistance, that means the junction resistance. In case of common collector, emitter is forward bias. So emitter, when it is forward bias, this junction resistance is very small, and if the junction resistance is very small, all the voltage will be dropped across the emitter resistance RE. So we say that the output voltage will be directly taken as IE multiplied by RE. This is the output, this is output voltage equation for common collector configuration. Okay, then now you can easily understand the working for positive half cycle and negative half cycle. Okay, so first say during positive half cycle, see what happens during positive half cycle. This is positive, this is negative, and what is changing now? This is the collector base junction, and in transistor, collector base junction should always be reverse bias. Collector base junction should always be reverse bias. So when during the positive half cycle, when these two potential cancels each other, that means the reverse bias voltage VCB, reverse bias voltage VCP decreases. Okay, now let us come to this circuit diagram. Here there was a depletion layer, right, because it was a reverse bias, and this junction was forward bias, so the depletion layer was not there. So here the resistance is less, here the resistance was more. But what happens is, during the positive half cycle, as these two signals cancel, the reverse bias voltage decreases. That means depletion layer width decreases. Okay, as the reverse bias voltage decreases, the depletion layer width decreases. So the resistance which was there earlier stronger, that resistance decreases. If the resistance decreases at this junction, that means more will be the collector current. That means more charge carrier will now enter into collector. That means when VCB, that means reverse bias voltage, decreases, the collector current increases. I hope you have understood. See, collector base junction is reverse bias. Of course reverse bias में resistance ज़्यादा होता. अगर resistance ज़्यादा है तो charge carrier move करेंगे क्या, है ना, ज्यादा चार्ज कैरियर मूव करेंगे क्या वो जंक्शन के थ्रू? नहीं, राइट। लेकिन अगर वो जंक्शन रेजिस्टेंस कम किया तो व्हाट हैपेंस इज मोर चार्ज कैरियर विल एंटर इनटू कलेक्टर करंट, देयरफॉर वी से IC increases, and as IC increases, IE will increase. Okay, and in the output voltage equation, if IE increases, see what happens is, this is V in, this is V out. During positive half cycle, VCB, that is reverse bias voltage across base collector junction, decreases, therefore IC increases. As IC is equal to IE, IE increases. In this equation, if IE increases, V0 will increase. Okay, so we will write like this: during the positive half cycle of input AC signal, reverse bias to collector base junction decreases. Reverse bias to the collector base junction decreases. Therefore, collector current, that is IC, increases, and as IC is equal to IE, IE also increases. Increase in IE increases output voltage. Okay, so the output voltage will increase. Okay, so this was the operation during positive half cycle of the input AC voltage. Now during the negative half cycle, in the negative half cycle, what will happen is, this is minus and this is also minus. They will add. When they add, collector base junction will be more reverse bias. That means reverse bias will increase. When reverse bias increases, that means depletion layer width increases. That means resistance increases. If resistance increases, less number of charge carrier will move into collector. So VCB during the negative half cycle will increase. Therefore IC decreases. As IC is equal to IE, IE decreases. And in this equation, if IE decreases, V0 will decrease. Right? V0 will decrease. That means there is a 0-degree phase shift between input and output in case of common collector configuration. Okay, so if you write the explanation part, so you will write during negative half cycle of input AC voltage, reverse bias of collector base junction increases. Therefore collector current decreases. As IC is equal to IE, IE also decreases, and decrease in IE, decrease in IE, what happens? Decreases V0, that is output voltage. Okay, so when you draw the waveforms, what we can see is there is a 0 degree phase shift between input and output. So now we have done with all the three configuration, and what you can see is in common base there is a 0 degree phase shift between input and output. In common emitter there is a phase shift of 180 degree between input and output, and in case of common collector there is a 0 degree phase shift. So when you compare these three combination, of course what you can see is we will see that common base and common collector has 0 degree phase shift between input and output, and common emitter, but common emitter has 180 degree phase shift. Okay, so here the current amplification factor, is given by gamma. And what will be gamma over here? Gamma is collector is common, so leave that terminal. Input is given to the base, so this base current will be input current, and output current will be emitter current. So output current upon input current. Okay, so this is gamma DC. Gamma DC is IE upon IB, and from this equation we know that IE is very large as compared to IB, so gamma will be very large. Okay, gamma will be very large, and if you take gamma as AC, input signal is applied, it will be change in emitter current upon change in base current. It is specified as delta IE upon delta IB. Okay, so this is the current amplification factor. In case of common collector configuration, input is applied to the base collector junction, which is reversed bias. Okay, so most of the voltage drop will be there across the collector base junction. So in collector, this common collector configuration, only current amplification takes place, voltage amplification doesn't take. Okay, so again, now when you compare the three configuration, in common base only voltage amplification, no current amplification. In common emitter, both voltage and current amplification will take place. In case of common collector, no voltage amplification, only current amplification will take place. Okay, so depending upon what type of amplification which has to be performed. So when you design an amplifier, see the amplifier, as I have explained you earlier, that amplifier is nothing but a circuit which increases strength of the signal, strength of the input signal at the output. So it can increase voltage represented by IV, it can increase current, it can be represented AI, or it can increase both V and I, that means voltage and current, and voltage multiplied by current is power, so it can be represented by AP. So this is AV, voltage gain, current gain and power gain. So as I said, if you have only voltage amplification, then you use common base configuration. If you have only current amplification, then you use common collector configuration. But if you want high power, that means voltage and current both should be amplified, then you use common emitter configuration. So this is all about transistor configuration. I hope you have understood.